Alright, everybody, hello and welcome back to Overlord. We just killed the Succubus Queen, and now we're going towards the castle. So I remembered why they did zombies. They're trying to fit every single trope in here, and this is 2006? And you know
Seven.
what?
6 or 7.
You know what very popular game had just come out when they were developing this that was medieval? Warcraft 3. You know what happens in Warcraft 3? Medieval towns with bunches of zombies for reasons that make sense. So you know what they had to cram into this game?
Bunch of cities.
Zombies for reasons that don't make sense.
You don't need health, it can just stand there.
Exactly. But here we go into the castle, interrupting a party. We're crashing this party. It's very rude of us.
This is a nice place.
It is. I mean, they've got tons of gold laying around everywhere, so I guess it makes sense that they'd be able to afford it.
For the passing adventurers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Didn't we leave you for dead in that God-forsaken tower?
Left me for dead in that tower? What does he mean by that?
Party uninvited and flouting the dress code.
It's true, I am not dressed in pure red with purple accentuations.
He doesn't have a chest window.
He does not. We're gonna just have to imagine whether his chest hair matches his head hair. I'm betting it does.
Also, what is up with his skin textures?
Oh yeah, off screen by the way, I got the upgrade to the fireball spell. You can see that. I now have the flamethrower spell.
Ooh,
Yeah,
nice.
They're lighting for that's my point. They have all these close-ups so they can show off their terribly low res and morphed facial expressions, and then they don't even light them correctly. And it's like, what are you doing?
Wow.
Yeah. That's actually super useful later because the way that flamethrower works as opposed to fireball, which is just like, oh, I'm sending this one thing out. It's more like a flamethrower. So if you're surrounded by a bunch of enemies, you just hold down left trigger and X, and it auto targets the next one. But that's not what I'm doing here. I'm just swirling it in a circle, but I found that out later. Oh my gosh!
Stay the distance, peon.
I didn't
God.
catch that when I was doing it. That was special.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, so here we start fighting Sir William. So this is a paladin, remember? And what do you think of when you think of, like, classical paladins?
Ha! I can't believe I spent so long defending the right and the just. I thought fun happened to other people.
But yeah, we still have to fight a bunch of hooded hoodlums.
I am confused.
Yeah, I like, when I think of paladins, I think of, like, you know, self-healing powers, maybe some sort of bubble like in WoW. You know, they typically have more than just, like, being a warrior, but from fighting him, he seems mostly like a wizard. He's got a staff instead of any sort of weapon. He's just not wearing any armor. He wasn't healing himself. He just was casting some sort of area of effect spell and
So
teleporting.
what's another thing that's like knight, but not really a knight? A paladin. What does a paladin? I don't even know.
Yeah, paladins, well, in D&D, have like a code that they have to hold to, or else they fall and lose their powers, and their extra powers are typically self-healing and evil-destroying powers.
Yeah.
But I suppose he's fallen, and now he's a wizard.
Throw off the shackles of morality and antiquated dogma.
And if he was rolling his R's anymore, I'd take damage from it. Row! But they let you re-up right here because he ran away. He got half damaged and then ran away and decided to shout at us about how much he loves having sex instead of following his paladin code of purity.
Oh, good.
Now there's 2 of them.
You know how much damage they will do together? Nothing. 0 plus 0.
No, I think
is
they actually do
nothing.
kill one. With 2 of them, I think they managed to kill one. Also, I think this is like so much worse because now I have to pay attention to 2 of them in order to kill them in any sort of reasonable amount of time.
Or just pay attention to one of them.
You could,
kill it
but
faster.
the problem is that they there's a like
They
see,
are
they did kill-
invulnerable for such a long amount of time.
yeah, and then I did do what you suggested, but at first I was trying to like multitask. Also, oh wait, they killed 2. There we go. See what a serious threat they are. They killed they've still killed far less than any like trap or beetle, but let me tell you, scared. Oh, I hate that. Sorry,
They
it's just what
definitely
happens when you
killed
send-
more. They definitely killed less people than that camera.
Yeah.
You have a little skill, peasant. But do not overestimate it. I have more.
What's with the lighting? Come on, you guys. And also, okay, goodbye. She hadn't died yet.
I guess it's just this era of like early sort of dynamic lighting,
I suppose.
and there are definitely worse cases of it.
Well, we'll have to come back to that later because I can't open that door.
I at least want presents.
The wizard taught me how to seek my freedom. I won't let you take it,
That
you
face.
uncouth lout. Never!
Never.
Never.
That's velvet.
Also, Rose's voice line came in a little late there, but yeah. So he's talking about a wizard. Having played through this game, it's important to notice because there's a lot that's like rushed to be explained at the end of the game, and you have to notice every tiny little thing that they mention, because otherwise you just end up
Confused.
well, you end up confused, and also even if you don't do that, and yeah, look at that flamethrower spell, just did like most of his health. Greatest thing of all time.
I
But,
love it. It's like arrow spray in Divinity,
Yes.
where
It
it's
is.
like you're
Yep.
supposed to attack enemies at a 90 degree. What are you doing standing right in front of him?
I mean, that's the way you make sure you don't miss. But
That's a way you kill bosses in one hit.
well, the way to do that in this game is, like I said, Berserk plus greens. But I'm well, I was just kind of playing it through. I played it through this way, and it never forced me not to.
Oh, I need to get into my position. Yeah, good.
Yeah. Yep. How could they possibly like watch him die if they hadn't run into his perfect circle? But then they mill about. Good thing they didn't block me from being able to kill him. And they always make me do the last hit. And he had 2 staves, apparently. But there's a reason they do that. Every boss drops a weapon, but in this case, the boss also drops something that can be used to turn
pole.
yeah.
That's the important part. We couldn't get
mean,
a
it really
stick
is.
anywhere else.
Nope. I couldn't just like stick my axe handle in there. Nope.
It's not even matching.
Not even close. Very obvious. You could just stick anything in there. But anyway, this opens the door to the chamber of important character.
Well, hello, dark stranger. The rumors do not do you justice. You've brought me a gift. Some little pixies. You really shouldn't have. Next time, make it something shiny and expensive. Now, let me thank you properly.
She's obviously fine. She can find her own way out.
Ooh, she's quite the tasty treat, sire.
Goodness gracious.
Ugh. Gnarl, go to your corner. I'm going down there to sort this out.
Sire, the tower can only accommodate one mistress, unfortunately.
That walk cycle still.
Come to play the concerned big sister? Come to spoil my fun, have you? And just as my rescuer and I were about to become better acquainted.
Sir William summoned an oversexed demon, started a citywide plague, and now he's dead. I can see why you might be emotional, but stay out of my business.
Him? Oh, he was overcompensating.
Can you just play the sound of cats fighting?
I was about to walk out on him when he locked me up in here. And now you've come along, my Black Knight.
That was a bad movie, Black Knight. Alright,
So,
we have a choice here.
You should know, sire, that while you were out, I found a way to strengthen your brown and blue minions.
Common bribery, Rose. I thought that was beneath you.
Those physics.
You know, I'd increase the abilities of his red and green pixies. And I could do so much more for you, darling. Especially if you take this bed back with me.
Don't listen to her. Never listen to her. That's people's first mistake. Turn this door wheel and let's go.
What a dilemma.
What a
We'll
dilemma.
solve this one next time